So it's the middle of summer. It's actually not the middle. It's probably the front third of summer. And if you are like me, you probably have the occasional spot that pops up where the grass doesn't grow too well. Something like this. It's inevitable, and there are several ways that you can handle it. But in this video today, I'm going to show you a way that you may not have thought of before, and a simple way, if you're planning ahead, that you can take care of these patches. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is get yourself a quality seed. Of course, you may know that I use regenerating perennial ryegrass as a regular seed for my clients and for myself. So I'm going to take my regenerating perennial ryegrass, which has a coating on it. It helps to keep water around the seed. In addition, that coating provides fertilizer and a bit of mulch even around that seed. And it's been proven to help increase the success of the grass seed. So now that I have my grass seed, I'm going to grab myself a couple pots. I'm going to take those pots, I'll fill them with a combination of compost that I've created myself and some earth, some topsoil. I'll mix that together and put them, as I said, in the pot. From there, I'm going to plant my grass seed. I'm going to put my grass seed on top. I'll bury that grass seed just slightly, and then I will water as if I was seeding outdoors. So that is making sure that I'm watered twice a day. I get just not even a quarter inch of water down each time that I water. After that, I'm back, as I said, 2, sometimes 3 times a day to make sure that those seeds are staying moist. I'm going to do this for 5-7 days. You can see the growth here has been great. Over a 10-day period, I'm cutting that grass with a pair of scissors, of course, and then watering. I'll let it grow again up to about 4 inches. I'm going to cut it back down again. I'll grow it again. I'll cut it back down to 3 inches. And now it's to the point where it's pretty much established. You can see how this grass is actually filled in. I'm not using just a regular ryegrass, as I talked about. I'm using a self-generating perennial ryegrass. And that self-generating perennial ryegrass actually fills in, similar to Kentucky bluegrass. Kentucky bluegrass goes down the soil and pops up. The regenerating perennial ryegrass has stolons that creep across the top of the soil and plants itself in, and then it replicates itself. A very quality grass seed and grass type, very quality cultivar, if you will. So now that has established, as I said, you can see how thick that is. I'm going to go out, I'll look around my property, and we're going to find some spots that need some help. So now I'm going to take my plug. I'm going to cut a space, and I will put this right down inside that space to fix that up. I'm going to cut around the edges. Little hand saws made by Husky, sold at Home Depot, are a fantastic tool when you're doing lawn work. Take my sod, if you will, out of there. You see that's filled that entire area. And with my holes dug, I've made sure that the plugs fit in snug. I'm going to add a little bit of starter fertilizer. I got my Scott's here. I don't really need much, just the sprinkle down there. Turn my plugs back. Fill up the gaps of the soil. I take it out of the hole. Holes plural. And that's it. These plugs that I've created are grown from RPR, regenerating perennial ryegrass. Similar to Kentucky bluegrass, but through a different method, they will fill in and take over this spot. So the spot that I was working with is slightly larger than these two plugs, but these two plugs will grow and fill into this space. So now with those plugs down, it's time for me to add the magic ingredient. I'm sure you all can guess what that is. Water. And I want to be adding water to these, so I'm completely saturating that area several times a day, 2-3 times a day. Unlike seed, where you're just trying to keep that area and those seeds moist until your first cut, with sod, it should get a good dosing of water multiple times a day. I appreciate the time you've taken to watch this video. If you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to my channel. You can like and share it as well.